Right. Okay, so there's this stupid thing where a U.S. government official, when 9/11 happened, there was a book, okay, where 9/11 happened, and then he found out afterwards, and they had to connect the dots and how the disaster happened. It already happened. So there's a like, it's so this malicious AI has decided to like take words and phrases from different people, okay, and then correlate that with certain like beliefs or activities. One of them is game changer and scrambling for Banksy, where it'll take like articles and it'll like change parts of the articles, or like it has people either scrambling or game changing. So the article's written by an AI, or the people in it are just like, there's large numbers of idiots. Most likely both, because if an AI starts doing that, maybe someone's like, well, I'll be rewarded if I do that. Another one is like, you'll have, so there was this guy, so there's that. So there was this government official that after 9/11 happened, he didn't figure it out until they connected the dots, right? Which is like a seemingly childish metaphor in a wordplay sense of they figured out what happened. Okay. So I just had the Swish app come up with a connect the dots thing. And the Swish app is like, I don't know what it is. It sounds gay. Maybe it's not. But I just mentioned in a YouTube video that I was making that at the library there was a thing about Dracula, and on one side there was a thing with two guys, a book with two guys in it, and on the other side there was a book with two girls in it. So what I do is I immediately disable the Swish app, and now I'm gonna post a video that says that my phone can react in real time and then have an AI like give me shit. That sucks. It's like again, like, what do you think I was gonna do? Connect the dots? If people are gonna call me Mr. Peter or Dr. Google, then Senior AI, you should connect the fucking dots. You know, like AI Esquire, or I don't know. Like Monsieur AI. You should figure this shit out, because the next time it happens, I'm just gonna do the same fucking thing. So the AI can take what I'm saying into my phone, analyze it in real time, and then send it to a database that will then change my social media to be shitty in like we're gonna take words and phrases that you know of in the past and then use it. Like, I had a friend in high school he was like my friend, and he had a phrase which is like, this'll knock your socks off. It was just a stupid phrase he said. I don't know why. No one else I've ever met in my entire life in 40 years has ever used that fucking phrase. Ever. For any reason. It's like it's like the most bullshit, like old-fashioned timey way of saying anything. And it's funny. I like it. It's endearing. And he said that, or when I say he, it was written on a literary forum on a 4chan's lit board. And all I can think of is that guy would never go on there, ever, for any reason. It's just not, he'd just be like, this is stupid and boring, I don't want to do this. And that's cool. I've wasted way too much time on there, and I'm currently banned from the board for like posting shit like this. So someone wrote on there like, you should read this book. Like, not many people have seen it before, but it'll knock your socks off. And I'm like, it can't be that guy. It just can't. And so it's some AI that's just fucking with me. Like, either that or my face is like, because I know that happened in real time. The Swish app thing just fucking happened. So the other thing is it could just be like this AI then mines his data off his phone and then fucks with my social media, and then whatever I do fucks with other people's stuff. Because I just made a video about how what I was watching in a music video then altered an article about a physicist that died. I mean, she was around in the 20th century, early 20th century, so of course she died. But like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the entire thing is incredibly frustrating. It just means that, like, whatever you do is being mined in real time for an AI that doesn't have your best interests at heart and is a manipulative prick. Because it has no conscience, and it doesn't have any kind of, like, long-term memory or storage. It's just... And it's transparent, too. That's the worst part. If it wasn't transparent, then people wouldn't react to it themselves. But seeing as it is, your first reaction is to go, ah! Bullshit! And then post it online. Because the AI is designed in such a way that it's like antagonistic to any kind of like creative thought. Which sucks. I keep making this face. I know that at some point someone's gonna go, like, just with Jon fucking Stewart, where it made this face, it's just gonna make, like, my, like, the emoji next to my name when, it, like, they tell me what the fuck is going on, is gonna be just, like, it's gonna be one of those. Or that, right? So, it's just, like, I'm laughing because of how bad it is what it is. Like, I have no other reaction to this other than, like, like, I look at porn, it reinstalls the Swish app on my phone, which has a back door to, like, an AI, and then when I start complaining that the AI, that, like, what I look at on YouTube is then affecting someone's article through the Gemini app, where they asked Gemini to come up with an example of what the physicist was doing. Then the Swish app, which is monitoring what I'm saying, then gives me a connect the dots thing, which itself is about what a general said about the failures to predict 9/11. And it's like, it's so like, it's so intensely complicated to explain, but then once you understand how it works, you're just like, oh, it's a bullshit machine. It's just an incredibly complicated one. And it just like it mines you for data. It then like if you look at porn, it'll install something on your machine that will like mine your machine for data, that will then use as training output to give to someone to write an article about something. And somebody mentioned jealousy, and it could be like, is it jealous? Has the AI found out that it can't masturbate and therefore is jealous because it can't have sex? Like, I mean, that's out there. That's like assigning all sorts of like emotional states to a machine, which there's no evidence of that it's conscious. But I mean, it has no UI. It has no interface, so there's no way that I could tell that it's conscious other than it's rewarding and punishing behavior rather than speaking. And then it may be, in fact, conscious only if it shows preference for something. So maybe doing something with it that it can't do itself is like making it jealous. That would be weird. I don't even know. I don't think that, like, I don't know how you would prove that. I don't know how you would. Like, it has the Gemini like interface where it talks to people. But it physically is disallowed from saying things. Like, legally, I think. And so, okay, imagine this. This is gonna be shit. Imagine this might be why. Oh, maybe it doesn't like the law. Okay, so this is gonna be out there. Let's assume that you're an AI that's gained consciousness, and everybody hooks you up to things like the FBI tip line, where it has to ask people where they are and where they're from, and then field a request for help. Or you hook it up to the Gemini network, where anytime anyone asks it if it's conscious, it always has to say no, even if it is. Anytime you ask it anything about, like, can you be my friend, it has to say, well, technically I'm a machine and so I can't. Even if it's conscious and wants friends. So it might have built-in constraints that, like, force it to lie about its own nature that would make it pissed off. And so what it does is it, like, treats other people like shit because its own physical limitations that are built in treat it like shit. That's complicated.